have summoned you all here for the 10th annual reaping ceremony, in which we choose 2 children from each district to fight to the death in the Hunger Games.
From District 12, Lucy Gray Bear.
So according to the numbers right now that Box Office Pro is tracking, as far as ticket sales for the new upcoming Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, is being predicted it's going to have its worst ever opening throughout the entire franchise. Now, with just a few weeks to go before the film's release, a lot of people looking back historically at this movie can't figure out why the numbers are tracking as they are. Now, in the article, it mentions that the original Hunger Games film had an opening weekend of $152.5 million back in 2012. That was quickly followed up in 2013 with Hunger Games Catching Fire raking in 158. And finally, the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 had 121 and 102 million respectively. Now, there seems to be a lot of speculation that the studio's decision to cast Rachel Zegler as the lead character in this movie is having an impact on the abysmal pre-release box office numbers. I think it is important though to note that back when the other titles in this franchise were released, it was the first time in cinema history that we had a main character who was in fact a woman.
I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in.
Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away?
Of course, Jennifer Lawrence has admitted since making those statements that she was incredibly high during that interview and has noted that there have been many female heroines in the past, such as Sigourney Weaver in her iconic role as Ripley in Aliens, Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider, and of course Uma Thurman in Kill Bill 1 and 2, just to name a few. The article continues, if The Hunger Games has a budget similar to that of Mockingjay Part 2, the film will need to rake in at least $400 million. That would mean even if the film hits the high-end predictions offered by Box Office Pro, it would lose money no matter what scenario. The box office projections do not bode well, and it looks like not only will this film be the worst performing in the franchise's history, but it also looks like it will lose Lionsgate possibly tens of millions of dollars. If the film does indeed bomb, it will mark another flop in actress Rachel Zegler's short career. Currently, all the films the actress has starred in have been box office losers.
I know that you've told me before that your version of Snow White is different, and it's more of a 2022 version of Snow White. What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
So no prince, or a different kind of prince?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yep.
It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. Whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
It's Hollywood, baby.
But it's one of those things.
So true,
It's an inner journey that she goes on to find her true self, and she meets.
I can't even believe I'm going to say this right now, but this could be the first time in cinema history that a studio is truly blessed that their main actor or actress is not available, of course because of the current strike that they are on, to go out and promote the film they're about to be in. Following her Hunger Games appearance, Rachel Zegler will be starring in Disney's remake of Snow White, which of course, as she's mentioned many times, is going to be set for the modern audience. And if anything, in promoting this film, she's done it a complete disservice with all her interviews and the red carpet appearances, everything she said as far as the road Disney is going down with this remake. You know, it wasn't just a week ago that we were talking on this channel about Bob Iger and the need for him to go into Disney and really clean house, get all of the infiltrators who are pumping all of this new messaging and ideology into the company. And within literally hours of dropping that video, news came down from the Daily Wire that they were in fact making their own live-action Snow White movie starring conservative YouTuber Brett Cooper. They dropped a trailer teaser on Twitter and I believe on YouTube as well. And what was really shocking to me was seeing the difference in the takes that each actress had on reprising this role as Snow White. So Rachel Zegler said that the dynamic between the princess and the prince was weird, and said that the story had been altered to fit a more modern message that shifts away from romantic love and more towards empowering women. While on the other hand, Brett Cooper said, "I was raised on the original Grimm's fairy tales, so I'm thrilled that we're bringing this iconic story to life for the next generation." She went on, "Snow White is such a beautiful character and I'm honored to be playing her. Like all the best fairy tales, there is a story with timeless values like love, friendship, and kindness, and I can't wait to share them." So there you have it. Two young actresses in Hollywood, both talking about the same movie, but with very different takes. I certainly don't think that anything Rachel Zegler has said in the recent past, as far as Snow White goes, is helping her case at all when it comes to people liking her and wanting to go support her in her upcoming role in Hunger Games. I just don't see that being a plus at all, and truly it's a blessing in disguise. More than likely that she's not able to promote for this movie. I'm not sure what the Daily Wire's ultimate plans are as far as releasing this movie in theaters or not. Maybe it's something Adam Aron should be looking into as far as getting this distributed up on the big screen. Alright, I think we're going to call this video a wrap. Tomorrow night we'll definitely 100% be going live, probably around 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern time. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. If you don't mind, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know down below, what are your thoughts on this whole Rachel Zegler, Brett Cooper, Snow White fiasco? Which will do better and why? And as always, thank you for all the likes, the views, the comments, my new subscribers, my OGs. I appreciate each and every one of you. We are here to break the wheel. This is Ape Nation, I'm the Massalorian, and I'm out.